Here's an example of acrylic or synthetic mediums. We were talking a little bit before in the painting about oil. Oil is best way to describe it. You have to have a ground between the canvas, the wall, the wood, whatever, that and the oil. The oil will literally eat through the whatever the medium is. So you always have to have that ground. So artists were interested in trying to find something that could be more suitable that you didn't have to have that ground. Also, another limitation of oil is that it cannot be used outside. Oil is very fragile. It is sensitive to light. It will fade over time. The fumes from cars in the atmosphere will make the varnishes yellow, and you can't do oil outside. So the idea was to develop some kind of another paint medium that could be used outside, and wouldn't need a ground. So acrylic. Acrylic is plastic mixed with turpentine. It was developed in the 1950s. In 1956, water-based acrylic paints were on the market, and that's what we have now. It is inorganic and suited to stain raw canvas much better than oil, and it can be used outside. So along with the development of acrylic paint, artists started to experiment more and more with collaging. And here is an example of an artist. He's calling this the table, and it looks like you're looking at it from above. 1914, it's colored papers, mixed matter, charcoal paper mounted on canvas. And you'll see that this becomes a very popular thread in painting art world, with sim collages, a sim collage. It's a sim collage, so it's simulating, putting things together to make something interesting to look at. So again, here is another collage, basically combining paper, gouache, pencil, color pencil on cardboard. And you can see that it looks like to me that he's cut out the different faces. Maybe you would find this in Harlem, these people walking down the street in New York City, the dove. And if you look around, I believe there's a lot of different little animals. Like it looks like there's a cat down at the bottom, there's a dove at the very top. It's just a collage of a life experience in a city street. So in this painting, you see the word Dada throughout the collage. Again, this is a collage. You can see cut papers. It looks like different images from the newspaper of the time. 1919, World War I was going on. It's basically Dada is nothing, the nothingness of society. Hannah here is feeling like everything is falling apart. It's a cluster of mechanical clogs. People, everything that they had known is start changing, and that she's not sure where it's going. Nothingness, Dada. But then again, do you see the collage? I like collaging, but I find it very hard. I don't feel like it's this one in particular is not very well integrated together, but that's just my feeling. I like things to really pull back and forth with each other, but it feels like to me they just pasted it on. But this is a very well-known collage and worth looking at. So in this one, this is an example of an installation. We have painting going on, as you can see on one of the walls. It looks like it's one of her paintings, but then she has installed it into a kitchen, a very contemporary looking kitchen. This could be a comment on our daily lives and how we live. But again, this is just an installation combining mediums, real life furniture with tile, and the painting medium of the paintings on the wall and on the mantle. So in this painting, it's an installation again. It fills the entire space, and so if it were to be moved, it would look different. Um, she's using silhouettes, Karen Walker and Surgeon. It looks like to me like they're sweeping shadows or ghosts. To me, it's very frightening. You have these sweeping trees and people doing things. I'm not quite sure. It looks like we have a couple over here on the ground. We have knife fight, a fantasy world of all kinds of interesting things. I do believe I have a video on her. So just look and see if I do, and they'll give you more information as to exactly why. For some reason, I don't have any notes on her, so I'm just kind of winging it here for you. So you can just put down on your notes that it's an installation. She uses silhouettes. The colors are very primary colors. lots of drama, emotional. Looks like to me like a movie. It could be a narrative of some sort. So again, this is Karen Walker. This is just another part of that same installation. And you can see it's very narrative. It looks like to me they have someone on a hospital bed. Maybe they're doing or feeding him. There's a ladle. The one woman's holding a ladle. I do believe this has something to do with racism. Um, but then again, I will make sure I have that video talking about her and you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so this artist is definitely doing an assemblage. So assembly mixed with the word collage. Robert Rauschenberg, he's very well known for doing this. I have seen many of his work. So basically, the story behind this is that he found a goat and he wanted to somehow, a stuffed one, of course, wanted somehow to put it into his painting. So he first started off with it being on the floor, like he's contained in a fenced area, the goat, with, the trash, humans make, and this is his new world. So again, with sim collage, you are doing collaging, then a lot of times you have more realistic things along with it, but it's still contained somehow onto a canvas or a picture plane. And on the next picture, you'll see that he uses, I don't know if it's the same goat, but a similar goat, and he figures out a way to make it much more, I think, picture-like, more painterly. This is, to me, the beginning of a series. So this is the second one that he does, or probably part of a series. He probably did many of them. And I think this is a better solution personally because I prefer paintings. I don't really want my painting on the ground. So as you can see, you still have the picture frame and the goat is like peeking out. So you could kind of think of it as the goat being fenced in. And then you have the collage in the background. The goat is actually placed on some kind of stand so that you can really see the goat. But then again, I mean, this is what he does. He is very well known for doing some collage.